Do you ever feel like your money disappears faster than you can save it? Many people struggle with sticking to a budget and finding smart ways to save money. But what if there was a simple way to cut costs and reach your financial goals faster? Frugal living might be the answer. Frugal people live differently. They make intentional choices to avoid spending money on things that don't add value to their lives. Instead, they focus on saving, investing, and prioritizing their financial freedom. In this video, I'll show you 8 things that frugal people refuse to buy. You'll learn how avoiding these purchases can help you save money and build better financial habits. By adopting a frugal mindset, you can take control of your personal finance and reach your goals faster. Let's dive into what frugal living is all about. Number 1. Expensive brand name products. Frugal people avoid buying expensive brand name products because they know that often the price doesn't match the quality. Companies spend a lot of money on advertising and packaging to make their products look more appealing. However, many times the product inside is no different from cheaper, generic alternatives. For example, think about things like pain relievers, cleaning supplies, or even basic groceries. The ingredients or materials in the store brand versions are often identical to those in the expensive name brands. But because people trust the brand, they're willing to pay more, even when there's no real difference in quality. Frugal people make it a habit to check the labels and compare prices. By choosing the generic or less popular brands, they save a lot of money over time. These small decisions add up, and they can redirect the savings toward more important financial goals. Instead of paying extra for a brand name, frugal people focus on value, choosing products that deliver the same result at a lower cost. By skipping expensive brand name products, they are making smart choices that keep more money in their pockets while still getting everything they need. Number 2. New cars. Frugal people avoid buying new cars because they know it's not a smart financial decision. As soon as a new car leaves the dealership, it loses value, sometimes as much as 20% or more in the first year alone. This means if you buy a new car for $30,000, it could be worth only $24,000 after just 1 year, even though it's still almost new. Instead of paying full price for a new car, frugal people choose to buy used cars. A used car that is just a few years old can be just as reliable and in great condition, but it costs much less. By buying a well-maintained used car, they avoid the steep drop in value that comes with new cars and save thousands of dollars. Frugal people also consider the long-term costs of owning a car, like insurance and maintenance. New cars usually come with higher insurance rates, adding even more to the total cost. By avoiding new cars and choosing smart alternatives, frugal people keep more money in their pockets. They understand that a car is simply a tool to get from one place to another, and there's no need to spend extra on something that loses value so quickly. Number 3. Trendy gadgets and technology. Frugal people don't rush to buy the latest gadgets or technology. They know that new tech products, like smartphones or laptops, are often released with a high price tag just because they're new and trendy. But these products usually lose their value quickly, and newer versions are often released soon after. Instead of buying the latest model, frugal people wait. They know that after a few months, the price will likely drop, or older models will go on sale. Many times, the previous versions of a gadget work just as well for their needs, and they can save a lot of money by not chasing the latest trends. Another smart move frugal people make is buying refurbished gadgets. These are devices that have been returned, fixed, and tested to work like new but come at a much lower price. They get the same function without paying top dollar. Frugal people focus on the utility of gadgets, not on having the newest or flashiest models. They only upgrade when it's truly necessary, not just because something new is available. By avoiding trendy gadgets and technology, they make sure they aren't wasting money on things they don't really need, helping them reach their financial goals faster. Number 4. Unnecessary subscription services. Frugal people avoid spending money on unnecessary subscription services. Many people sign up for things like streaming platforms, magazine subscriptions, or gym memberships, but hardly use them. Over time, these small monthly fees add up and eat into their budget. Instead of paying for services they don't use often, frugal people are careful about what they subscribe to. They regularly check their subscriptions to make sure they're getting real value out of them. If they notice they're not using a service enough, they cancel it right away. For example, if someone is paying for multiple streaming platforms but only watches 1 or 2 shows, a frugal person would cancel the ones they're not using. They might also cancel a gym membership if they find other ways to stay active, like exercising at home or going for a run in the park. Frugal people understand that it's easy to forget about small subscriptions because the cost feels so low. But over time, these fees can drain their finances without them noticing. By cutting out unnecessary subscriptions, they can save money each month and use it for more important things like investing or building an emergency fund. Number 5. Single-use items. Frugal people avoid spending money on single-use items because they know it's wasteful and expensive in the long run. Single-use items like paper towels, plastic water bottles, or disposable razors need to be bought again and again, which adds up over time. Instead, they prefer reusable alternatives that can be used many times, helping them save money and reduce waste. For example, instead of constantly buying plastic water bottles, a frugal person will invest in a durable, reusable water bottle. This small change can save hundreds of dollars each year. Similarly, instead of buying paper towels, they might use washable cloths for cleaning, which lasts much longer and do the same job. Another example is using reusable shopping bags instead of plastic ones. Not only does this help the environment, but many stores also charge for plastic bags, so bringing your own can save a little extra money. Frugal people know that buying reusable items might cost more upfront, but the long-term savings make it worth it. By avoiding single-use products, they reduce their spending on everyday items, making a smart financial choice while also helping to protect the environment. Number 6. Trendy clothing and fast fashion. Frugal people avoid buying trendy clothing and fast fashion because they know it's a waste of money in the long run. Fast fashion stores often sell cheap, trendy clothes that look good for a short time but don't last. These items may go out of style quickly or wear out after a few washes, forcing you to buy more clothes often. Instead, frugal people focus on quality over quantity. They prefer to invest in classic, timeless clothing that can be worn for years. These pieces might cost more upfront, but they last much longer, which saves money in the long term. For example, a good quality pair of jeans or a well-made coat can be worn for several seasons without needing to be replaced. Frugal people also avoid buying clothes just because they're trendy. Trends change quickly, and following them means constantly spending money on new outfits. Instead, they stick to basic styles that never go out of fashion. By avoiding fast fashion and trendy clothing, frugal people make sure their wardrobe lasts longer, and they spend less on replacing items. This not only helps them save money but also reduces waste, making it a smarter choice for both their wallet and the environment. Number 7. Eating out frequently. Frugal people avoid eating out frequently because it's an easy way to waste money. While eating at restaurants or ordering takeout can be convenient, it costs much more than cooking at home. A single meal at a restaurant could cost as much as an entire week's worth of groceries. Instead, frugal people plan their meals and cook at home. They know that making food themselves saves a lot of money over time. Even simple meals prepared at home can be healthier and more affordable than eating out. For example, cooking pasta or a homemade stir-fry costs just a few dollars, while a similar meal at a restaurant might cost 5 to 10 times more. Frugal people also save by preparing meals in advance. Meal prepping, where you cook and store meals for the week, makes it easy to avoid the temptation of ordering takeout when you're tired or busy. By cutting down on how often they eat out, frugal people can save hundreds or even thousands of dollars each year. They make eating out a rare treat instead of a daily habit, which helps them stay on track with their financial goals while enjoying their favorite meals at home. Number 8. Impulse purchases. Frugal people avoid making impulse purchases because they know it's a quick way to waste money. Impulse purchases are things you buy without planning just because they catch your eye or seem like a good deal at the moment. These unplanned buys often end up being things you don't really need, and the money spent could have been saved or used for something more important. Instead of buying on impulse, frugal people practice patience. They take time to think before making a purchase, especially for more expensive items. One method they use is the 30-day rule. If they want something, they wait for 30 days. After that time, if they still need it and can afford it, they may buy it. Often, they realize they don't really need the item, and the urge to buy goes away. Frugal people also make lists when shopping to stay focused on what they truly need, avoiding distractions and unnecessary purchases. By controlling impulse buying, they avoid clutter and keep their spending in check. By avoiding impulse purchases, frugal people are better able to save money and stick to their budget. This habit helps them achieve financial freedom and focus on their long-term goals instead of temporary wants. Frugal people make smart choices about how they spend their money, focusing on what truly matters. Living a frugal life doesn't mean living without enjoyment. It means making thoughtful decisions that support long-term goals and avoiding spending money on things that don't add value. By adopting some of these habits, you too can start saving more money, reducing stress, and gaining greater control over your personal finances. Remember, frugality is about being smart with your resources and focusing on what truly matters. It's a simple and effective way to improve your financial well-being and build a better future. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next. If you made it to this point in the video, please like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.